Hello, I'm Gunilla Rudander, and I'm now going to talk about examples of different cases in SPSS Statistics. So let's start with education. Something that could be interesting to study in education is which students like each other and how could we from that create the most optimal project groups. Create accurate grade predictions for students' final exams. Measure the risk for a student to fail and jump off education. Which school has the best result and why? And finally, uncover if an experimental teaching method is effective at improving math scores based on small trial carried out. So start with the first one. Which students like each other? And how could we from that create the most optimal project groups? So if we start to just study all the students, they have a lot of characteristics, and just put in all these characteristics or variables into SPSS. Then you can get help to group these, and in this example we get 3 groups. So in group 1 we have similar people due to some characteristics that I have chosen. In the yellow group we have another characteristics that is in common in this group. So what you do then is to, for example, choose one from each group. So in the end you will get one from group 1, one from group 2 and one from group 3. And that means that you have 3 quite different students. And that could be a good idea to get them together to create a project group. The method behind this is cluster analysis. And then I have an example of create accurate grade predictions for students' final examinations. So that means that they might have a lot of tests, and from these 4 tests we could get a prediction of what should the accurate grade be for this student. And there are several methods that you can use for these kind of predictions. For example, regression. Then measure the risk for a student to fail and jump off education. That's very expensive for a school. So first, we want to know if there is a high risk for a special student to jump off the education. So I wonder, what is the risk for this student to jump off? That's the question I want to predict. And when you do predictions, you are always using historical data from the beginning, and you will find some characteristics for these students that jumped off some years ago. And then you use this information for prediction on this student. And maybe in this example there is a very high risk because this student is very similar in the characteristics to this historical group. And you can get a score in the end, like 80% risk. The method you can use is, for example, a tree analysis or logistic regressions. Then we have an example which school has the best result and why. So for example, we have a lot of schools in a country, and we can see that the result differs a little from the different schools. So then you can find out why some of the school has better result than the other. Is it the geography, or is it the parents' results, or is it because of the school age? And so on and so on. Probably you have a lot of data, and with statistics you can get some help to find out and take some decisions. Which school has the lowest result and how should we improve this? Then it could also be an experimental teaching method, and there you can see which is the most effective one. So is it test A or test B? So here you can use just ordinary statistical tests for finding out this. If you're a customer at the CSCS, you can use the platform and you can get some service from me and my colleagues. And from this platform you can download programs, you can be on webinars, you can see recorded webinars, you can read the blog with question and answers from users, you can get some support, just call us or email us, and then we have also training and consulting to offer. Thanks for watching this. Welcome back.